Hello everyone, Metal Music Man here, and welcome to another video, another album ranking today. Very rainy day today, so best time to do album ranking on the mighty Slayer, the kings of thrash metal for many people, for me as well, why not? Slayer, one of the big four, that with their early albums they showed how thrash metal should played. They created that thrash metal sound. Of course, there were other bands back in the day, but not very famous. Straight away, Slayer did a big impression to the people. Especially with the first albums when they were using satanic themes, very influenced by Venom, of course. Venom, the fathers of all, I should say. Lineup back in the day was Kerry King on guitars, Jeff Hanneman guitars, Tom Araya bass guitar and vocals, and of course the legendary Dave Lombardo on drums. With this lineup they created their best albums. In total we have 11 Slayer albums. Basically is one more 12, but is like only punk and hardcore covers on other bands. Similar to Garage Inc. album from Metallica, that I didn't include that on my album ranking. And if you haven't seen the Metallica album ranking, please go and have a look on my video. So I'm gonna show it to you. Undisputed Attitude. I'm not gonna rank this one. There's no point. Only one original Slayer song, Gemini. It's not good either. So we don't have to waste time on this album. I never liked it. And yeah. So 11 studio albums. I have to say that I have a big regret about Slayer. I never saw them live. It's my favorite band, with Death as well. Death I was very lucky I saw them live, but Slayer I didn't. First time I was in the army, they didn't let me go out. Second time I was in a very bad financial state, I couldn't afford my ticket. I think third I was here in Melbourne, but I was so focused with my work and I had some personal issues, so I missed them. Slayer retired, but luckily last year they came back. Now they're giving shows all over the world. Hopefully in the future I will do anything to see them and I won't miss them. So let's go with the ranking. Start with my least favorite album. On the 11th place will be Repentless, their last album. I have these protective sleeves because it's a digipack with Blu-ray discs inside. So, Repentless. Title track is the biggest highlight for me of the album and was the live video clip. Video clip that remind me a little bit of Metallica Saint Anger because it's same scenery. In prison, the band plays music, surrounded by prisoners, but here Slayer took it a little bit further. They created like as a mini movie. They hired Danny Trejo, that Mexican famous actor that played Machete, as a prisoner. So the prisoners just do revolution, try to take over the prison, they clash with the guards, they clash each other, and then Slayer are outside, played, surrounded by guards, and they play the music. I think that's the best song of the album. Take Control is another great song. Implode, another one. All these three songs, they have that fast pace of Slayer, the classic Slayer fast pace. The rest of the album, though, is groovy but slow and a bit doomy, gloomy. So, if we can say, could be the little brother of South of Heaven, if we can make that relation to it. I wasn't very impressed. That's why it goes on my bottom of my list. Repentless. 10th place. This album, actually, when I bought it, I listened it very much. It was a little bit experiment, the sound, and for me it's like a part of, let's say, a trilogy of Slayer albums that they have nu metal elements in their music, and we could say a little bit hardcore, but mostly nu metal, and especially with the production as well. And I'm talking about Diabolus in Musica, number 10 for me. Highlight on this album is Bitter Peace. I remember back in the day, everyone were saying, looks like it's War Ensemble number 2. Could be. I don't disagree with that. It's a great song. Death's Head, another good song. Scrum and Point, good songs as well. Tom Araya's voice is a little bit distorted. He uses a little bit, let's say, effects. So production sounds like nu metal. So the Slayer, they try, let's say, to blend with that era. As you all know, back late mid-90s and late 90s, everyone was experimenting, like Megadeth. They did Cryptic Writings and Risk, Metallica. They did Load Reload, Creator with Outkast and Dorama, Slayer with this album. Yeah, but it's not a bad album. From all these experimental albums, I think is one of the good ones. So 10th place, Diabolus in Musica. Now, 9th place, you're not gonna like it, many of you, but if you watch my channel, you know that I'm not a big fan of early 80s music, and on this one I have to go with the debut, Show No Mercy. Of course, you can see the logo and very satanic and dark themes, completely influenced from Venom, but has great songs: Antichrist, Die by the Sword, Black Magic. Who doesn't know these songs? So many bands cover them, of course. But this album is a good one, is a debut. The production I don't like much. But it's a little bit dark, especially if we see inside. We'll notice that the band is using eyeliner, has upside down crosses, so they use that satanic theme. Maybe that was something that made them a bit more popular. But for me, this album, I don't listen to that very much, so that's why it goes to number 9. Number 8. Number 8 is an album that I consider it as a part of a different trilogy. We have like that kind of trilogy, Christ Illusion, World Painted Blood, and Repentless, that they try to go back after the nu metal sound experiment, let's say. They try to go back to the 90s sound. So for me, number 8, I will go with World Painted Blood. World Painted Blood has some great songs. Title track, World Painted Blood, could be easily be in Seasons in the Abyss album. Unit 731, Snuff. Snuff starts with a solo, very similar with Captor of Sin solo. If you remember, Captor of Sin was a song in Haunting the Chapel EP, but later on they use it as a bonus track in some Japanese editions, and not only. So it's very similar, reminds me that song. Psychopathy Red, another good song. This one, although is produced by Rick Rubin, is not very crisp. The production has a little bit that old feeling, that 80s feeling, on purpose, of course did it. Is a little bit muddy to give that old school vibe, I guess. Good album, but has to go down there because there's other albums way better than this one. So World Painted Blood. Seventh place, I will go with the other album of that trilogy, and I'm talking about Christ Illusion. If you can see on the cover, very similar the artwork like as a Seasons in the Abyss, like as a canvas with weird drawings. That's why they try to do the playing style of the 90s, but this one has a difference with the other one on the production. This one is a little bit polished and a little bit still like crisp, like as a nu metal production. Fleshstorm, great opener song for the album. Catalyst, Jihad, good songs. The album is a combination of fast and groovy songs. Try to bring that 90s feeling with a great production, which works fine for me. I don't have any problem with these productions. I don't mind a bit polished one, no problem. That's the first album that Dave Lombardo came back. It was highly anticipated to see what they're gonna release. So yeah, Christ Illusion for me. Number six, I will go with the album that I forgot in the previous video, album ranking that I did, and I had to delete that video and do this one again. And I'm talking about God Hates Us All. It's the last album of, let's say, nu metal era of Slayer, of that trilogy, if we could say. I think it's the heaviest as well. Has the more polished production and the heaviest as well. Disciple, super highlight of the album, and one of, in my opinion, best Slayer songs ever. Starts with Darkness of Christ, the intro, prepares you for what's it's coming, and then Disciple goes in with great drumming from Paul Bostaff. He plays so well here. It's his last album with Slayer before he leaves and Lombardo comes back. Another good song, New Faith, Exile. All the album is very solid, and the production for me stands out a lot, and it's super heavy. I think it's the heaviest Slayer album, if I could say. So, sixth place, God Hates Us All. Number 5. From now on, number 5 and number 4, I have to say, is almost perfect for me. Both of them 9 out of 10. And depends my mood. Sometimes one goes up, goes down. Depends. For today, for 5th place, I will go with Hell Awaits, the second album of Slayer. You'll see still the logo, the old logo. Very satanic theme with demons. I don't know what, they're eating the flesh of people here on hell. Production-wise, from the debut, big improvement. A big difference, I think, is the drumming of Dave Lombardo. He speeds up a lot. The tempo is way faster. A little bit more complexity on drums and on guitars. Even the riffs, they're a bit more shredding riffs. Hell Awaits, title track, one of their best songs. Top 3, top 4 songs of Slayer, easily. Starts with that intro and the demons. I think that they're saying join us. I think it's join us, join us. Comes from hell, these voices. Another good song that I love a lot and has sentimental value for me is Kill Again, because it was the first Slayer song that I did a drum cover. This one in Raining Blood with my friend Christos back in the day, and was one recording that we did was that Slayer song. Yeah, it's a fast song. Hardening of Arteries, another good song. Necrophiliac. Good production, solid album. This edition I have is the Japanese one, so it has the Captor of Sin, as I said before. That was originally on Haunting the Chapel EP, and is included on this one, as well the Haunting the Chapel song. Great album, highly valued by me, 9 out of 10 as I said, so number 5 deserves number 5 for me. Number 4, another, probably the most anticipated album from the fans, because in that period was the first time that Dave Lombardo left Slayer to create Grip INC and that super band Voodoo Cult, and people they were wondering what's gonna happen to Slayer, which drummer will fill up, is he gonna be good like Dave, or at least decent, like to compete like with the rest of the bands. And Slayer hired Paul Bostaph from Forbidden. Did he play well on this one? He played great. His best drumming here. I think he overdone it a little bit, but makes sense because you're replacing a legendary drummer. Back in the day, maybe that period maybe was the best drummer of metal, with Gene Hoglan as well, both of them. So when you want to replace someone like them, you have to give everything. So I think Paul Bostaph gave everything here, so he can prove to the people that there are other drums very good as well and deserves like recognition. So Divine Intervention, great album, great songwriting. From here starts a little bit these hardcore, a little bit elements. No, inside we can't see, but when they did a world tour on this album, Slayer changed the outfit as well. They were using a little bit more sports jerseys, not anymore black t-shirts. So they were going with the vibe that was happening, like with bands as, let's say, Korn, Machine Head, even Pantera. They were a little bit more with these sports jerseys. So Slayer tried to blend, tried to evolve, we can say. But still, the album has killer songs, killer riffs. The guitar, they play classic Slayer riffs. The production is a little bit just on the more polished side, but blends perfect with the songs. Killing Fields starts with that drum solo, great. Fictional Reality, Ditto Head, Serenity in Murder, I think was a video clip as well from the album. Mind Control, great songs. 213, super creepy song. Could say someone maybe is a continue of a Dead Skin Mask from Seasons in the Abyss, because they had that creepy song with serial killers, similar this one as well. Great album for me. Since day one I heard it, I knew it was one of the best. Fourth place, Divine Intervention. Now, the last three albums, for me, they are masterpieces, 10 out of 10. Doesn't matter which one goes up or down, although I always had my number one and never changed it, because I feel is a little bit, not a little bit, probably I would say way better than the other two, but in any other album ranking, it's fine. Whichever album goes number one, highly deserve it. For me, number three today, I have to go with South of Heaven, the last album with the Slayer logo like that, and you can see the artwork is very similar to Raining Blood, creepy, twisted stuff inside, is like a painting. This album though introduced first time Slayer with slower speeds than they're used to do with previous albums, but it worked great for them because the songwriting was top. South of Heaven is a Slayer hymn, this song, top song, slow but one of their best. Silent Scream, what a blast this song. Dave Lombardo on the drums here, he does crazy stuff. Live Undead, Mandatory Suicide, Ghosts of War, another fast song. And on this one they have a Judas Priest cover, Dissident Aggressor, which is very good. Rick Rubin production, super clean. On these three albums Rick Rubin did great productions, that's why Slayer created great masterpieces. Third place, South of Heaven. Second place for me, I will go with Seasons in the Abyss. If you can see on the logo, there's no Slayer logo anymore, and it is a little bit similar, the cover, as Christ Illusion that we said from before, like a canvas like drawing, because that album tried to go back to the roots like we have here. Great song of the album, War Ensemble. What can we say about this one? How many times, thousands of times, Tom Araya screamed on the crowd, War Ensemble, and people went crazy, of course. I think they said that song was played on Persian Gulf to the American soldiers to boost their morale back in 90s when it was that war and stuff. Spirit in Black, another great song. Expendable Youth, great as well. Dead Skin Mask, creepy, very creepy song. Hallowed Point could easily be on Raining Blood album, it's very fast song. Born of Fire, another one. Title track, Seasons in the Abyss, with great drumming from Dave Lombardo, all these changes on the toms, great production. I think War Ensemble and Seasons in the Abyss was the two video clips of this album. So second place, Seasons in the Abyss, great masterpiece. And time for number one, of course. As you understand, for me number one is Raining Blood. I think by far is their best album in my opinion, not only because of the songs. We have two of their best songs here, Angel of Death and Raining Blood, in the same album. 29 minutes, the whole album, super fast, set the standards of thrash metal. This is the album that most of the people heard back in the day and they said, I want to play like Slayer, I want to be like Slayer. The most influential Slayer album, I would say. Many people got influenced by the debut, Show No Mercy, but that one was influenced from Venom. This one is clearly what the band wanted to play. They set the standards. That's the thrash that we want to play, and they nailed it. It's a masterpiece. For me, it's the best thrash metal album. This album represents what thrash metal is. If we Google it, we'll say that is a fast tempo genre of heavy metal with shredding guitars and aggression and fast tempos. Well, that's it. That's the album. That describes what thrash metal is. So for me, has to go number one. Great songs. What can I say? Like, what can I start from the distorted and creepy cover? These four people looks like angels. They have one white, one black wing. I don't know. They're holding like a throne with a goat there. Jesus Christ back on the end. Upside down people. Yeah, very dark themes. Very fast as well. Angel of Death, Piece by Piece, Necrophobic. I have to say the whole album. The whole album is perfect. Every song is the greatest thrash metal album of all time, in my opinion. Number one, Slayer. Only I could say, or I can think at the moment, one band that tried to go with that principle, what Slayer did, and that is Dark Angel with Darkness Descends. That album follows same principles as this album, but of course is not in the same, like, production-wise or everything, quality of songs as well. But was a great effort from Dark Angel as well. For me, Rainy Blood, number one. And that was the album ranking of Slayer. Leave a comment below. Hit the like button, subscribe, it's free. You don't pay nothing, so support me so I can do more videos like that. Leave a comment what band you want to see next. And until next time, bye.